Of course, the White House couldn't have a social media summit without social media hall monitor Brian Stelter getting upset about it.
None of this is journalism. These memes, these smears, this crap has no relationship to journalism. But journalists have to grapple with this misinformation muck. We saw this at the White House social media summit. That wasn't. Did you hear about this a few days ago? It was a clear stunt by the president. He was ridiculing reporters while inviting internet trolls and far-right Twitter personalities, fringe radio hosts to the White House. In some ways, maybe a campaign rally for 2020. It was tempting to say we should just ignore this event and call it a stunt and move on, but something important was happening. Trump was legitimizing provocateurs and, in some cases, extremists who deliberately spread misinformation. It felt to me like he was preparing his 2020 meme corpse. You know, the folks that make those visual images that spread across Facebook and go viral.
I'm not sure why he's so concerned about a bunch of people who just live in their mother's basements, according to Jim Acosta, because we're nothing compared to Brian Stelter. He's on a major news network with tons of viewers. Oh wait, what's this? CNN's Brian Stelter lost over 40% of his viewers this year. In the last month alone, his show, which is called Reliable Sources, has been able to average only 557,000 viewers. And as you know, my videos average about 250,000 viewers, and I'm just a guy on a laptop in my kitchen getting half the viewers of Little Stelter. His sidekick, Oliver Darcy, also isn't very happy that President Trump has embraced his social media foot soldiers.
A lot of conspiracy theorists, people that push smears online, and I think what the President of the United States was doing there is basically giving him the okay. I mean, he didn't even do it in an indirect way. He basically
get better for
directly
2020.
said, go out and do this stuff for me on my behalf. And that's what's disturbing and really worrisome.
When President Obama sat down and gave interviews with various YouTubers, the liberal media praised him for his genius of embracing the new technology in order to reach people who don't pay attention to mainstream media.
I want to introduce you to our next YouTube star, Glozell Green.
Hey, Glozell.
Hello.
How are you? Good to see you.
Yay. Excellent.
But this same media says that we had no business being in the White House because we're not legitimate journalists. But Glozell Green sure is, who's best known for bathing in a bathtub of cereal. Maybe for the millennials, she's considered to be the next Barbara Walters. President Obama also brought rappers Nicki Minaj and Rick Ross to the White House, and Rick Ross's ankle monitor went off right in the middle of Obama's talk. A few more points about the summit. Twitter went down as soon as it started trending and didn't come back online until about an hour later. After the president's remarks, he kicked out the fake news media so that we could have a private Q&A session, because a lot of the people in attendance have popular social media accounts, but they're not public figures. They run accounts like the typical liberal account on Instagram, which posts a lot of funny memes and has over 1 million followers, but the person who runs it doesn't necessarily want to be thrown into the meat grinder of the mainstream media. And so, of course, they were not happy about that either.
Well, they cut the live stream and kicked everyone out. And of course, that's when the interesting and newsworthy parts of the conversation happened. I spoke to 3 people who were in the room, and they told me that the most interesting in terms of newsworthy exchange happened after that.
Such concerns about privacy were certainly not overblown, because immediately after the summit, BuzzFeed contacted meme maker Carpe Donktum and said that they learned of his real name and they were going to dox him. Doxing, if you're not familiar with it, means to publish somebody's personal information in order to cause them some problems, which is exactly what BuzzFeed wanted to do. A lot of people have Carpe Donktum's back, including the President of the United States, and when word spread of their plan, they surprisingly decided not to name him. And if there's any doubt that YouTube is upset that I attended, they demonetized Monday's video where I talked about the whole trip. Of course, I tweeted to Team YouTube about it, which is the official Twitter account that takes care of public relations issues for YouTube, and surprisingly, within about half an hour, they actually remonetized it. But as I mentioned yesterday, they decided to demonetize dozens of my other videos instead. Look at this, they're manually reviewing and demonetizing these videos, some of which have been up with no problems for several years. So I appreciate your support, guys, especially since I had to pay $9 for a cup of coffee at the Trump International Hotel. Not for a fancy frappuccino or caramel macchiato, just an ordinary cup of coffee. No wonder Donald Trump's a billionaire. So in honor of the Trump Social Media Summit, I'm releasing my new Trump Silver Silhouette t-shirt, which is a limited edition, only available for the next 2 weeks. and it's a really awesome, thick, silver, shiny paint. I know you guys are going to love it. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and get a t-shirt, long sleeve, or a hoodie. And also available in a bunch of different colors as well. Your purchase helps keep this channel going and you get a great shirt. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.